friends, it's Nancy. It's Monday evening. We had a long weekend here. Today's family day. So I thought I'd do not a tutorial, but a little show and tell. I can't remember who it was on Tracy Fox's Facebook group was talking about dyeing paper with wine. And I thought, I got wine. Actually, this is blueberry wine that I got at a fairly local winery about a year and a half ago, and I opened it and had a glass, and then it sat in the fridge for a year and a half, but I didn't want to throw it out. So yep, I got it out and did some some wine dyeing this morning. So I should compare it to, so this is coffee dyed, so you can see that there's a big difference, right? This is actually a business envelope that's blue on the inside, so that only enhances the blue color. So what I found with wine dyeing is you really need to let it soak in the wine for a while, and don't bake it too long. Like bring it out even a little damp, because if you don't, see, this one wasn't in long enough to take on a lot of color. But if you bake it too long, it starts to turn green. So that's not fun. I like the purple ones. That one's better. So I'll probably use the green ones anyway, but the purple is better. Now this one clearly didn't soak long enough. Okay, so that's the wine. I made, I know I already showed you the journal I made, but I was making some, I've been organizing and finding things that I forgot I had. So I found these photos that I got at a collectibles show, and I was going through them today because I wanted a couple of little pictures. And I gotta find that picture I wanted to show you. So I don't know if you've ever heard of, it was sort of a Victorian practice to take photos after a person has died. And I think this is one of them. Let's bring it up close. So it's marked Lena, 1898. But just look at the way her arm is positioned, the right arm, and look how the hand sort of flops down, and the left shoulder's kind of forward. They did have these sort of contraptions to stand people up after death, so I think this is one of them. I can't remember what it's called. I don't know, postmortem photography. So that was one of the weird things I found. So I did not use this. There's an online auction right now that has a bunch of photography that I want to buy. I have to look at it again tonight, see how much it's up to. Anyway, there's some really interesting ones in here. This one's an oldie. Can hardly see it. So, just using up bits and pieces. This little tag came from some hand lotion, so I just glued some coffee dyed paper on the back and cut around it. This is a book of stamps. I'm thinking it's probably from the 90s. I inked it up and put coffee dyed paper on the inside and added some pages to make a little booklet. So I might layer some more stuff on top, I'm not sure yet. This was a vintage note card. It folded out into 4, so I chopped the first half off because it had a letter written on it. I lined the inside with coffee dyed paper, put a few pages in, inked it up, stitched around it. And again, I can, you know, maybe put a word on there or something. All of these have been glued to coffee dyed paper. A couple of examples were actually glued twice because I thought it was really thin. This is a wrapper from some lace. This is a coupon for some pantyhose. I found this in a book a week or two ago from 1929 from the Eaton Company. This was a magazine ad. This is a title page from a dictionary. This was a recipe that I found inside of a book, and it was torn out like that, so I tried my best to stick with it. It would stick with the tears. Little coupon, order form for recipe cards. I'm just checking I'm in frame, and I seem to be. This came in a pack of cards. This came with some in a postage collection of postage stamps that I bought as a bookmark that was in a book. I bought some vintage greeting cards, gosh, a couple months ago now. So this one I didn't line because it was going to be a pain to cut around that scalloped edge. But I did add some book pages, make a little tablet there. This was a get well soon card, so that's why I was looking for these little pictures to fill in. Again, just added some pictures, sewed them in. This one has a little baby and his brother. It's funny that I got 2 of these and 2 of these. More little booklets. This was a cover for a mini magazine. So I might, you know, label some stuff on there, and not sure. There's a coupon for Reader's Digest and another coupon for International Correspondence Schools, in case I want to be a locomotive power and car equipment operator. So those are going to be fun to have on hand just to tuck into things. And then I got into the scraps. So I had a lot of scraps left over from journals I've been making and just stuff I've been picking up. So I watched Sarah on the Mushroom Market yesterday, and her style is very different. Her layers are more like one on top of the other, where mine is sort of a collage, more of an effect. But I liked watching her video. It was 30 minutes of watching me sew paper or something like that. I can't remember what the title was. And she was talking about watching Curiosity Incorporated while she, on YouTube, Curiosity Incorporated, while she sewed. And guess what I did? I watched many episodes of Curiosity Incorporated today. So I just layered some fabrics and papers. This is tissue paper, paper doily, netting, just whatever was on my desk, really. So this was from inside one of the cards. I think one of the Get Well cards. I think I got a couple of those. So I can sew something dimensional on it, add a button or something. I don't, there's another flower. Some of them are big, some of them are smaller. That one's smaller. I should flip these over so I... And then while I was going through some stuff, I found some little pictures that I'd cut out of old Reader's Digests when I was gutting them. So I just made little collages using those little pictures. This is the inside of an envelope that I coffee dyed. I don't usually use black thread when I'm stitching, but I was kind of inspired by Sarah's video. I usually use like a gold and yellow color, this thread in here. I'm not sure if that's in frame or not. So these are really colorful, not so neutral, although, no, I think I could use that. Some of them are just plain ugly, like that is plain ugly. But some of them are kind of cute. I like that. Here's another ugly one. But then here's a little cute one. So this is leftover fabric from the front of my journal that I made Saturday. Some glassine paper, a little ruffle. This is ugly. But I tried. I think this one's interesting. This one's got a little too much going on. I don't know what I was going for there. I think that one's kind of nice. I'd probably put it this way. I made a mistake with this curving thing. Yeah, I won't do that again. This one's kind of cute, plain. I like this one too. So this is a page from a stamp album, and I just cut a little piece of fabric left over from my journal I made. So I just, like I said, I had some fabrics, I had some scraps, plus I've got a box of scraps that I put it on a tray now because I find it easier to use a tray. Anyway, so I've got some ideas for a couple other things I want to make this week. So I will be back to show you what else I've been up to as things come together. Take care and have a great week.